Hello everyone, in this video today we're going to do a solo countdown guide. So in Season 10, Countdown had a host of changes. It introduced new difficulties with normal, hard, it's now got challenging, which is the old school countdown, and heroic. And on normal you can play the game in solo. So what I wanted to do today was quickly make a video showing you all the changes in solo and how best to go about it. We'll be discussing builds, we'll be discussing loot, and discussing, as I said, all the changes. It's not quite like hard, challenging, heroic. It is a bit easier to allow the solo player to go in and get out, but I will warn you, it is still very much a challenge. So that's what this video is today. Please do hit like and share to support it. Before we get into it, subscribe to the channel if you're new here for more content from myself, and as always, a shout out to our fantastic gaming community. We're over 25,000 members. If you need people to play Countdown with or help with anything else in the game, come and check us out at the end of the video. We're linked at the top of the video description. So first things first, to start a solo countdown, you're going to want to set the countdown difficulty to normal. A lot of people are put off by that in recent conversations because they feel the AI is set to normal. They are not. It's still truly challenging, and the loot drops are very good as well. We'll go over the loot drops towards the end, but right at the start of countdown, how this differs from like normal countdown and the other difficulties is that while you're going around and getting all the countermeasures, you're only going to encounter one hunter. So you'll be able to do all three countermeasures with only having this one fight against a hunter, and when the hunter dies, it's not going to drop any loot like with the rest of the game mode. Now he's just going to drop resources. So just like with the other difficulty modes on Countdown, if you have played them, the first thing you want to do is get these countermeasures. So you encounter that one hunter, but make sure you go around these and make sure the odds are in your favor. Now you're going to get different countermeasures, and some good ones to look out for when you first start a game is the close range damage buff, because if you get that, it makes it so much more easier. But also the status effect one, because if the status effect one is there where the enemies are immune to status effects, that one hunter can prove very difficult to handle, and you're going to have to find another way to deal with him. So have a look out for those, but solo countdown is manageable no matter what countermeasures there are. Another top tip for the start of your countdown run is once you got the countermeasures, have a look at the objectives and choose two of the easier ones. You can see I got Warhound here, Shade Crate, and Hack. Well, Warhound and Hack are real easy objectives to get done. You literally run in, you shoot a couple of terminals, you kill Warhounds, or you hack some terminals, you clear the ads, and it's very easy. You want to choose some easier ones because the time is very limited on solo countdown. Although it is manageable, you can run out of time very, very quickly. So if you're doing things like secure the area or protect the VIP, these are longer objectives, and you kind of want to stay away from these unless you have a much better build to take them on and complete these quicker. So the rest of Countdown is pretty much the same as it is on any other difficulty, apart from the ad spawns are less. You don't get as many ads, just like at the start with that one hunter instead of 3. That makes it a little bit easier because there's less ads to kill, but they do take a lot of HP. They're not like normal difficulty ads, and they are still going to hit you hard, so you are going to want the right build, which we'll discuss in a few moments. But yeah, another thing to mention is like the mechanics, because playing this solo as well, you might expect some of the mechanics to be tailored for a solo player. On normal, they're not. So for example, we're doing the secure the power grid now. We've got to switch to power grid and then secure the area. We just completed that objective, but I had to do everything an 8-person team would have to do on challenging, heroic, or hard. It is worth mentioning as well, you know, normal you don't have to play solo. You can still matchmake with others as well. It's just manageable solo, and that's just something you just want to take note of, because you don't really have much time to stand around on solo countdown. Although it's very manageable, you've got to be very, very quick to get the objectives done. And finally, on the extraction, what's different with normal mode and solo countdown is that you only get the one spawn. So you get one hunter again rather than multiple hunters, and you get one set of enemies spawning from this chopper. If you played Countdown before on the other difficulty modes, you'll know that this chopper keeps on coming in and it keeps on delivering more enemies for you, and there's far more hunters as well. There's like, I think I'm going to say 3 or 4 hunters to kill, but with this, just one solo hunter with one ad spawn. Once you've cleared all of these, you're able to just call for the extraction and no more ads will spawn, which means the area will be empty for the 30 seconds while you are waiting. And on extraction, providing that you completed 2 of the objectives and you extracted and you completed the main objective as well, you can see that I got a total of 50 countdown currency, which is very, very good for a solo run. So the loot quality drops are really good in normal countdown. Obviously you can still get these purple items, as you can see on screen here with this Wyvern Wear holster, But some very good items can drop as well, as you can see with this Grupo holster that I just got, with weapon damage of 14.1%, crit chance of 5.7, and it's got skill damage at 8.9 there. That's a brilliant holster. You get many high rolled attributes on the gear you get from a normal countdown. It is a shame that they kept purple gear in there though, but don't expect like normal gear drops like you get in a normal mission in the open world. It's not going to be like that. The rewards are far greater. So the last thing to talk about is builds for solo countdown. Nothing special is needed whatsoever. A bit of survivability, enough DPS, and it's fine. Obviously, there's going to be some much better builds we can make for a solo countdown, but I just used builds that I already had in today's footage. So on screen now, I was using this. I'm using Ridgeway Pride chest piece there. It's like a SMG status effect build. We've got the Anarchist Cookbook backpack. We've got Sokolov mask and gloves, Fox's Prayer knees, Grupo holster, some status effects and crit damage on that build. And we've got the Banshee Pulse. The main thing is that you're going to want to be able to deal with the hunters, and a nice little Banshee Pulse or status effect is the best way to do that. A Scorpio as a secondary is always highly recommended. Another build that I've been successful with on a solo countdown is just a normal Unbreakable Vigilance build. Here I'm using an ACR, Coyote's Mask, Walker Harris backpack, Fenris chest, Walker Harris holster, Fox's Prayer knees, Contractor's gloves. All crit chance, all crit damage, Baker's Dozen as the secondary. Again, there's nothing really here that I'm using to deal with the hunters though, so maybe just throw in a Scorpio as a secondary to deal with them, and this build works fine also. But as I already said, there's going to be much better builds to take on a solo countdown. These builds just work. We're going to be having a look at that in the future and releasing some solo countdown builds to make this even easier. But it's a good challenge, to be fair. I wasn't expecting much from solo countdown. I thought it'd be quite easy. It's actually quite a good challenge. I just wanted to make this video today to answer some questions about solo countdown mainly. A lot of people were thinking that it was normal difficulty, it would be super easy, the loot drops would be really bad. So I want to discuss the changes in the solo countdown on normal today, also how good the loot can be, and just touch on the builds that you can use to do it with any other changes like the ads and whatnot. So I've covered all that in today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do hit like and share to support the video. Subscribe if you're new here. And now we are done with the video today. Come and check out our community. It's linked at the top of the video description. It's going to be a great place to meet people and play Countdown with, so make sure you come and join us. Until next time, thank you for watching this video. Stay safe and peace out.